What's going on? It's Coach Williams, and I'm back for another breakdown. So today we're going to get into our draft coverage. We're going to finally start talking about some of the DBs. I think this is a DB-rich draft. So I'm going to try to get through as many of these guys as possible. I got my spring football coming up soon. So when that happens, I'm not going to be able to break this kind of film down. So we'll get through as many guys as we can. So today we're going to start with Kaiir Elam. All right, so I was pleasantly surprised with the film that I watched of him. Last year, I was not very big on him. I didn't think that he was a very good player. He had some struggles in some big games. And so I kind of had a preconceived notion of him. So I decided to go back and watch some film from this year. And this game against Alabama really, really impressed me. So let's get into it. So we start here. They're in a 3-by-1 formation. Okay. So he is on the backside of that 3-by-1. He's soloed up. He's up against Jameson Williams, one of the best receivers in college football. So he does a good job to kick things off. Okay. Stays nice and square to the line of scrimmage. A lot of guys, we've talked about this, will open that gate, right? Get their hips open. He doesn't do that. He's nice and patient. Williams makes a move and he goes. But the one issue that I do have with this, little nitpicky here, he goes with the wrong hand, right? He's got to go with the opposite hand first. Doesn't cost him though. He stays on top of it. Ball is thrown. This technique is perfect. He's got that downfield arm on him, trying to wrap it around him. The opposite hand coming through, strikes the football. Really good rep, right? So we'll be able to see it from the tight here. Okay, Young drops back, throws the ball. Gets a little tipped, but either way, he's in position. Maybe if that ball doesn't get tipped, he might pick that thing off. He's in good position, makes a play on the football. Okay, so next play here. Not as good of a play, all right? So he's back here in zone coverage, all right? And so Williams is going to hitch up in the middle of the field here, okay? And he takes a bad angle. See how wide the angle that he takes to the receiver is? It's wide. So there's no way if you're taking an angle like this that you're ever going to make a play on the football, all right? So this safety back here, number 0, he had a pretty rough game. He was not very impressive in this game, but I want you to see how he breaks on this receiver, Billingsley, that's going across the field. That's how you break on a receiver. Nice, easy, downhill, angle to the receiver. This flat break here from Elam puts him out of position, can't make a play on the football, puts him in a position where he's going to overrun the play. So even if you can't make a play on the football, at least you'll be able to make the tackle if you take a good angle. Doesn't happen here. Williams gets out and he gone for a little bit, right? So that's not good. We'll be able to see it again from this angle, right? Look at the angle, right? See how flat he is? We want to see this shoulder, right? We want to be able to see this shoulder when we're breaking on the football. Can't see it, so that means that he's breaking flat. Not good position, okay? So, you win some, you lose some, right? These guys are college players. They're not finished products yet, all right? So this one here, ball doesn't come over here, but I want you to watch this play, okay? So again, good technique, right? They get that inside release. And the reason why I show you this one is the hardest thing that you're going to be able to do or that you're going to have to do as a DB is cover a guy going across the field, right? So we can see he's in good position, right? He's got the speed to stay with Metchie, right? The ball's already thrown, it's down here. But if he kept going across the field, look at that. He's step for step with that guy. That's something that I always look for on film. Any kind of crossing route or in-breaking route, can you keep up with the receivers, right? We know Metchie, even though he tore his ACL, so we don't know his 40 time. That guy's a 4.3, 4.4, 40 kind of guy. So if he can stay step for step with him, I believe that 4.47 that he ran at the combine, right? So that's a good job right there. We definitely want to see that. All right, so now this play here, okay? Similar situation to one of the other plays, right? He does a good job being patient, staying in position, reading the receiver's hips, right? See how he's nice and patient? He's not getting out. He's not sprinting anywhere, right? He's being patient, right? Drives on the football, bang, right? Really good technique here, okay, right? Comes over with the other hand, knocks the football free, finishes the play physically. And if it was a completion, it would have been a tackle, right? That's what we always want to see. We want to see you get there, and he gets there. He's got the speed and the physicality and the technique to be able to make plays. Really like that. All right. So now he's inside on Metchie again in the slot. Okay. So this I don't necessarily like, but I think they might be playing it this way because he has help over the top. But I don't like the two-hand jam, right? I want you to get one hand, get that stab, right? And then get on top. So he gets the two-hand jam, gets beat, but I think he knows he has help over the top, and that's why he played it that way. But he shows really good recovery speed. Look at him catching up, gets there, makes a play on the football, knocks it out, right? So that was a really good play. He gets hurt on this play, and he comes back in the game and keeps playing, right? So that shows toughness. That's what I want to see. That's what I want to see out of DBs. So again, Bryce Young leaves a pocket. He's in good position, and look at that. Makes a play on the football. That's really impressive. I like to see stuff like that, right? I want to see that recovery speed. Can you make it up? All right, so down here, this is one of the things about him that I really had some issues with in the past. He has not done a good job on stock blocks in all the film that I've watched, right? So last year, one of the things that really concerned me was Devonta Smith on some screen passes was his assignment to block him. And we all know Devonta Smith is like 165, 170 pounds. And he was driving this dude to the sideline, right? So he has a little bit of trouble on stock blocks, especially for a big physical corner like he is. It's an odd thing that he's not really good at leveraging blocks. So we're going to see that here, right? Play starts. He's getting pushed, right? So we'll see where he starts, okay? He's starting about here on the 33-yard line, getting driven back, realizes that it's a running play, still getting driven back, and then turns his butt to the sideline. You never want to show your numbers to the sideline, right? You want to stay nice and square to the line of scrimmage, right? You want to keep our outside hand free and squeeze this guy down, right? You turn like this, it creates an alley for the runner. Luckily for them, the guys get in there and make the tackle, but that's not good right there. That is not good stock block attacking technique. So that is a little concerning, right? And Jameson Williams, not a very big dude, right? Not a very big dude getting driven to the sideline. Against some of the bigger, more physical receivers that care to block. A little worried about him in the NFL, all right? So this next play here, he's down here in press, all right? And again, I really love this, right? Going across the field with the speedster, John Metchie, right? That's really good. He gets out and stays on top. Now this is where the play gets bad, all right? Ball goes out here in the flat. He's expecting that this guy's going to make a tackle. No, you got to pursue. You got to run to the football. You got to be a physical football player. Doesn't do that. Sees it. He's late. Is jogging. Oh, crap. I got to tackle this guy. But he gets in good position and then poor technique. Look at this. He's dropping his shoulder, not seeing what he's hitting. And those Alabama running backs, those dudes are big physical dudes. They're going to break tackles. We want to wrap up, right? So old school technique, it was get your head across. Now they're teaching the hawk tackle, the Seahawks tackle technique. Get your head behind and rugby tackle them, right? Grab those legs, turn them, knock them to the ground. But he doesn't do that, tries to get the shoulder. That shoulder is not going to put an Alabama running back down. It's just not going to happen. So again, we'll be able to see it from the tight here, okay? Going across the field, love it. Good. Okay. Ball's been caught. Get on your horse. Get downhill. Good position. Wrap up. Don't use that shoulder. Put the guy on the ground, right? We don't want to give up extra yards. So again, we're going to see it again. Okay. So this little play here, it's going to be a little swing route to the back, right? A little check down. And here he takes a bad angle, overruns it, right? So again, we know he runs the 4.47. This guy, he ran at the combine. I think his 40 was something like a 4.6 or something like that, 4.7. Like you've got more speed than this guy. You scouted, you watched the film, you've got more speed. So we want to take an inside angle. We want to go inside out on the goal line, right? Because he's not going to beat you to the edge. Go inside out, right? Gives him the ability, since he goes outside, to cut back. And that's an easy touchdown for him. That's not good, right? And we'll be able to see it better from this angle. So we can talk about angles, getting to the football here. So downhill, right? You want to take this right here. This is good. Run to the sideline, right? Get downhill, run to the sideline, and have your body about here on the numbers. Don't get outside of the framework like this, because then he can cut back, touchdown. Not good. Not good there, right? But this last play, we're going to give him a little bit more credit. We're going to see this little double move from Williams. Right? He stays in good position. He's on top of things, squeezing him to the sideline. This is really, really, really good technique, really good in-phase technique. Look at him harassing him on the sideline, squeezing him with his body, doing that Barkley technique that we talked about on TikTok, and bang, incomplete pass. So again, we'll see it from the tight angle here, right? So he gets into the picture of the framework, and look at that. Look at the body position, right? Look at him squeezing him to the sideline with his body. You're never going to get a PI when you do something like that. Really good position, really good focus, really good technique. I really like this guy. I was not very high on him before. There's going to be more film breakdowns that I'm going to do of him. I think he's a late first round or second round, early second round pick. Somebody's going to get a really good football player that can cover, but they need to teach him how to get off blocks and how to be physical with that stuff. Because if he's going to be in zone coverage, we all know cover 2, you got to be the force player. He's going to have a little bit of trouble and struggles with doing that. So I think you can coach him up, though. You can't coach up how to get across the field against a receiver like he's been doing. You can't coach up his physicality and press, and you cannot coach up speed. So I think that he's going to be a good player, and I'm excited to see what he's going to do. So that's the video for today. We're going to have more DBs that we're going to talk about. But as always, it's Coach Williams, Ball Hawks. We fly. I'm out. Peace.